What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here not to talk about this boring card taking place this weekend, but instead I want to talk about something that's kind of topical right now in the UFC, which is fighters moving up a weight class. Obviously, we're talking about the GOAT JDM defending his belt against Islam Makhachev at some point. There's been talks about Pantoja versus Merab, all type of stuff like that. Today, I want to talk about the UFC contenders, like the top guys in every division that I believe has the best chance of moving up to another weight class and having serious success. I think all of these fighters could have genuine like double champ potential. I think they could be champion in their weight class in the right circumstances, and I think they have the best chance out of everybody in the top 5 of moving up and becoming champion in another weight class. So not every single pick is going to be, dude, Merab could freaking move up right now and beat Sport. You know what I mean? It's going to be different fighters from the top 5s of every weight class. Let's get into this, man. Starting off in the flyweight division, I was on the train of the Pantoja moving. You know, I was pushing that agenda hard. I was pushing the agenda hard of like Pantoja moving up, having the yap off with Merab, both of them sitting at the press. Hey guys, where you guys go? Guys, this is biggest fight in UFC, guys. But Pantoja outright said, I don't like that fight. I don't want to do it. I want to keep fighting NPCs at flyweight. So now I'm thinking, who else in that top 5 could move up to bantamweight and do well? I think mini Nate Diaz, Brandon Royval has the best chance. I think when you look at that top 5, yes, Manel Kape is a fucking blob. He is like the first guy that comes to mind of like, who makes 135 the easiest? Probably Manel Kape. You call up Manel Kape right now, tell him he's fighting at 135. Bro's going to have a fucking field day. Dude's going to be like that video of Shannon Sharp with the breakfast. We got eggs, we got bacon, we got, you know what I mean? But I think skill-wise, frame-wise, Brandon Royval is the best pick to send up to bantamweight. He's 5'9". He's not a small bantamweight, like he's not a small flyweight, excuse me. He's one of the bigger flyweights in terms of his frame, his size. And I think at 135, he would kind of be like a Max Holloway moving up to 155. I don't think he would have power. I think if he bulked up a little bit, maybe he would start stinging people with that, you know, Nate Diaz, bow, like 1-2 down the middle. But I think you're looking at a guy that has infinite cardio, which is going to work well against bigger guys that are doing bigger weight cuts, right? I think that he has great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu off his back, good striking, high output, crazy chin at flyweight. I think Brandon Royval is definitely a guy that would do well at bantamweight. Because when I look at the other people in the top 5, it's like Amir Al-Blasi, get fucked. Come on, dude. You know, Brandon Moreno, I just don't think he translates to 135 the way that Royval would. Frame-wise and size-wise and skill set-wise, like Moreno's not the finisher that Royval is, which is why I'm not going to send him up. Tyra, literally zero striking whatsoever. I think he would get absolutely slept by Sean O'Malley or something like that. I think Brandon Royval would do the best at bantamweight. Okay, man? Let's move on to the bantamweight division. And what guy in that top 5 do I think would go up to 145 right now? I'm not saying this guy would be 145 champion. Dude, imagine not picking me against Ilya, dude. Dude, imagine not picking me against Ilya, dude. I think Sean O'Malley could go up to 145 and be champ. Bro, I don't give a fuck. You guys call me a glazer. I don't care. I'm spitting facts, dude. Sean O'Malley, stylistically, can piece up anyone in the UFC, pound for pound. People fucking act like this guy does not, like, the thing that pisses me off going into UFC 316, I'm going to make some videos about this as well. People act like Sean O'Malley is some bum that doesn't deserve to be in the top 5 or, you know, fighting for the belt. Who is he leapfrogging, dude? Who is the contender that should be dude, Marcus McGee deserves it more, man. Dude, Petr Yan should be getting a title shot, dude. It's like, no, fuck off. No. Sean O'Malley did the best against Merab. Sean O'Malley won round 5 against Cardio Machine Merab. Stuffed a lot of the takedowns. Fought terribly, still arguably won 2 rounds. I think Sean O'Malley can beat Merab. That's number 1. I think Sean O'Malley, when you look at that top 5 at 145, there is a big power difference. That's a fact. I think that a Lopez, a Yair, come on, dude. Brian Ortega's in the top 5. Brian Ortega's in the top 5, and you're telling me Sean O'Malley has no chance at 145. You're fucking delusional, dude. Sean O'Malley would absolutely piece up most of that top 15 without breaking a sweat. I think that he would lose to Volkanovski. I think that he would lose to... Who else is in that top 5? Like, bro, the next guy is Lopez. I don't think Sean O'Malley would get hit nearly as much as Volk, like bobbing and weaving around with his glass chin. Am I crazy? Sean O'Malley would 50-45 Diego Lopez and piece him up? I'm just saying I could see it. With the jab, with the front kick to the body, with the fucking head fakes, going in between rounds of Tim Welch. Nice, Shug. Good, Shug. It's almost over, Shug. Here you go. Drink some THC, bud. Hey, buddy. Think about the afters. Bud. All right? I'm just saying, man. I think stylistically, size-wise as well, Sean O'Malley's a huge bantamweight. He's like 5'11" in the weight class. He definitely will move up to 145 at some point. I was watching a Tim Welch interview. That's right, guys. I put myself through a lot of strife to make content for you guys, including watching a full Ariel Helwani and Tim Welch interview, and they both agree that Sean O'Malley will go up to 145 at some point. I think he could be champ in the right circumstances. I think Sean O'Malley is actually that fucking good, and I'm tired of pretending he's not. So I'm going to say Sean O'Malley has the best chance out of the bantamweight top 5 to go up to featherweight, because Merab is a fucking midget. Let's be real. I don't think his physicality, I don't think his wrestling works as well against the guys at 145. Whereas Sean O'Malley's striking, that's going to work against a bigger, slower opponent. That's my logic behind it. As for Petr Yan, I don't think he has the size to move up to 145. I think he could maybe move down to flyweight. I could see fucking Yan doing well at flyweight, but not at 145. I think Sean O'Malley is the clear choice in that division, okay? Let's move on. Let's talk about the featherweight division. There is only one fucking choice here, mate. Mate, fucking Volk's gonna be out there against Islam in the trilogy. He got robbed in the first fight, bro. He fucking won the first fight. He was doing fucking emotes, mate. Listen, man. I was the only, bro. People act like I'm a contrarian, and I always go, why do people think I'm a contrarian? Then I remember shit like this. Yes, I did watch Volk versus Islam in an Australian pub, and I was the only one there saying Islam won that fight, dude. I was that fucking guy that was like, nah, dude, Islam won. Let's go, bro. But, dude, Volkanovski proved he can hang at 155. I think Volkanovski, prime for prime, beats Charles Oliveira, beats Dustin Poirier, beats Justin Gaethje. I think his toughest matchup was Islam Makhachev, always is going to be. I don't think he ever beats Islam, but I think he could beat the other guys at 155. I think right now, going out of his prime with his chin a bit of a question mark now, and, maybe there's some differences in terms of his mentality because of that chin. I don't know if I would pick him to beat like Ilya at 155 in a rematch. I think it'd be a closer fight than at 145 on short notice. Not short notice. I love just pissing people off by being like, dude, Volk stepped in on short notice to fight Ilya, but you know what I mean, right? Coming down from 55 to 45, quick turnaround. I think at 155 it would be a little bit different, but I would still pick Ilya Topuria to beat Volk at 155. That being said, compared to the rest of the top 45ers, bro, Volk is levels above these guys in terms of skill. He's the most able to fill out to 155 as well. I feel like he's a very obvious fucking choice here. I think on a full camp, he beats a lot of guys at 155. Like Volk, if Islam's not there, I think Volk, but now Ilya's there. I was going to say if Islam's not there, Volk could be champ at 155, but now Ilya's there. So yeah, I think in terms of purely who does the best though, it's 110% Volk, okay? Same thing goes for the lightweight division. Who do I think has the best chance moving up? It's obviously Islam, bro. Like, it's obviously Islam Makhachev. He is the... I've been forgetting a little bit why I was such an Islam fan, because I'm not going to lie, the whole Ilya, Bilal saga was kind of like making me kind of root against this guy. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've always been an Islam fan. I've always been saying people hate on this guy too much. He's way more entertaining than people give credit for. Like, all this stuff, he's pound for pound number one. I was starting to kind of root against this guy with the whole Ilya thing, and I do think JDM beats him because, mate, it's fucking JDM, dude. Come on, dude. If JDM could fight John Jones right now, I would pick JDM, right? But with that being said, Islam is the pound for pound best fighter in the UFC. Like, he is the most skillful fighter in the UFC right now. I have him top 5 all time. I think he has potential to be the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Islam is the lightweight GOAT. People hate on his wins way too fucking much. You guys have literally bullied this man out of fighting Ilya Topuria, bro. How crazy is that, dude? How crazy is it that genuinely Islam's reason for not fighting Ilya is that people make fun of him too much for beating up 45ers, dude, and giving chances to 45ers and struggling with them and getting shit for it, dude. Bro, if he beats Moicano, who again, I love reminding people this because people act like they didn't do this, but you did do this. Every single person that I saw in my comment section, when Moicano managed to beat this amazing, oh my god, man, he beat Benoit Saint-Denis. When he beats Benoit Saint-Denis, dude, Moicano could be top 5 right now, bro. Dude, Moicano's low-key gonna be top 5. Dude, Moicano destroys Hooker and Paddy, dude. I remember people saying that. Don't act like you didn't fucking say that shit, dude. People literally said Moicano would demolish Paddy and Dan Hooker. That is a fact. People fucking said that. The second this fucking guy gets booked against Islam Makhachev on short notice, oh, why are we celebrating? It's just Moicano. Congrats, Islam. You beat Moicano, dude. No one cares. That's not impressive. That is impressive. That is impressive. Volk on short notice. People discredit that win. Hello? It's still fucking Volkanovski, dude. Islam Makhachev, without a doubt, is the best fighter in the UFC right now. Pound for pound, the most skillful fighter. Best striker, best wrestler, best grappling. Put it all together, he is the best fighter in the UFC. Like, I think skill for skill, he beats every single fighter in the UFC right now. He's that fucking good. So, of course, in my opinion, when I look at 155, he has the best chance of moving up and being 170-pound champion. I think he could become champion at some point. I just think JDM's a bad matchup for him, dude. God damn, I'm sick. But I look at the top 5. I think Islam Makhachev could beat everybody else in that top 5 except for JDM. Even then, he could beat JDM. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think JDM is just stylistically too good in terms of ability of like defending takedowns. When he gets taken down, he's not a fucking turtle off his back. He literally knows how to get back up and scramble out of any sort of weird position. He never stays on bottom for long. He always gets back up. He threatens submissions. He threatens his own takedowns. And on the feet, I think if Dustin Poirier can give you trouble and piece you up and land shit to the body, especially in the clinch, I think JDM will bully Islam around on the feet, land shots to the body, rock him with jabs, land right hands over the top of Islam's jab. I think Islam will get pieced up and rocked badly by JDM, and I don't think he's going to be able to hold him down, even though he is more skillful than Bilal Muhammad. So I think I have to give Islam his credit. He definitely is the best 155er that has a chance of moving up to 170, but listen, kid, JDM fucking sleeps this guy, mate. That's all I got to say, all right, man? Now, welterweight division. This pick may shock you, okay? This pick may shock you. What welterweight do I think has the best chance of moving up to 185? It's not JDM. I know that you are completely fucking in awe and shock right now that I have not transitioned the screen to JDM and I'm not starting a second. Mate, JDM would fucking sleep Islam Makhachev and sleep fucking Dricus, bro. I'm a realist, bro. JDM should stay at 170, man. This guy's getting held down by fucking Gilbert Burns and Basil Hafez, dude. I'm sorry. I think at 185, his scrambling ability would die a little bit against some of these big guys, bro. I think Chimaev would beat JDM, dude. I'm just going to be real about it, right? Whereas Kamaru Usman at 185, I think he should have stayed there, bro. I really don't know why he's coming back to 170 to fight fucking Joaquin Barkley. I don't know. Why is he fighting Barkley? I don't know. I thought the fight was going to be RoboCop at 185. I really did. Regardless of that, dude, I think Kamaru Usman at 185 actually has a chance to become champion. I do not think he would beat Dricus du Plessis, but I think he would be a really hard fight for him. He did so well against Chimaev. He proved that on short notice he can hang with these guys. I think he beats everyone else at middleweight, dude. I think he beats fucking Robert Whittaker. I think he beats fucking Sean Strickland. I think if they had to fight, he would beat up Israel Adesanya. He would fucking mog him. I think Kamaru Usman right now, in this unk age and with the knees and everything, I'm seeing memes of this guy fucking falling backwards down the stairs at a university lecture. I think Usman at 170, he's cooked. He's gonna get fucking outspeeded by Buckley. I think he's probably gonna lose that fight by TKO. But I think at 185, he actually beats a lot of these guys. Like, he would fucking mog Roman Dolidze and Marvin Vettori and Jared Cannonier, dude. I think Usman could be top 5 consistently, like, get a title shot level fighter at 185. There's no 35 and up curse. There's none of that shit. It's an older man's division. I think Usman should be moving up to 185. I think he has the best chance out of the 170 top 5 guys because, you know, imagine Leon Edwards' bum ass moving up to fight Chimaev, dude. Imagine Leon Edwards sitting at the press conference. Mercedes GLE, bro. Like, bro, Chimaev, you're not even gonna show up to the fight, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Like, imagine Leon getting fed to the fucking fed to the lions, fed to the land. That was a Tito Ortiz level fumble. feeding fucking Leon Edwards to the Lions at 185, dude. Bro would get fucking dog walked by Jared Cannonier at this point. So I'm going to say Usman is the best choice at 170 to move up. Let's move on, though. Let's talk about the 185-pound division. Bro, I'm not saying Dricus can't move up. I'm just saying Chimaev would do better, bro. Two totally different things. But I'm not disrespecting Dricus at all, bro. I know that again, it's not Robert Whittaker, bro. I got to address this before I talk about Chimaev moving up to 205 because Robert Whittaker, I love Robert Whittaker. People think I don't like Robert Whittaker. Make no mistake, I love Robert Whittaker with all my heart. I've been glazing this fucking guy for so long, dude. I remember picking Robert Whittaker to beat Adesanya in the rematch. I remember saying Robert Whittaker won that fight against Adesanya till I was blue in the face to anyone that would listen, right? But Robert Whittaker does this thing where he talks about, oh, mate, maybe I'll move up to 205. Bro, you are not going to 205. You will get fucking slept at 205 by Rakic. I'm sorry. I love Robert Whittaker. Please stay at 185. You're so good, bro. Please stay at 185. You can beat Rainier Derrida. You can beat Marvin Vettori. You can beat Brendan Allen. You can beat all these fucking guys. You can beat Kai Baralho. I think Robert Whittaker could beat Kai Baralho. If this motherfucker moves up to 205, he's getting slept by Zhang Mingyang. I'm sorry. Imagine Robert Whittaker at 205. I'm not doing it, bro. I think Dricus at 205 as well. A lot of what he does is physicality. And I think at 205, especially against someone like Magomed Ankalaev, because his first opponent would be Ankalaev, right? He's moving straight up for a title shot. I think Ankalaev would beat Dricus pretty handedly, dude. I really do think he is like a bigger, better, way more well-rounded version of Sean Strickland, except he can offensively grapple way more as well. I think that, yeah, I think Magomed Ankalaev would fucking wreck Dricus in a fight. I'm not gonna lie. I think Dricus would have beat like Alex Pereira if they had fought when they were talking about doing that. I definitely think Dricus would have beat Pereira, but I think Ankalaev would absolutely whoop Dricus, dude. I think he maybe would beat Chimaev as well, but the thing that I see with Chimaev moving up compared to everyone else at middleweight, I see Chimaev as like a Jailton Almeida type guy. Like, I think Chimaev can move up against bigger opponents. And when we're looking at 205, these guys are not fucking good, dude. Like, Yuri, Ankalaev, and Pereira are good. Even then, Pereira is genuinely, in my opinion, one of the most overrated fighters in UFC history. Like, you actually look at his skills and shit. Dude, he's a glory kickboxer, dude. He's a glory kickboxer. Watch the guy fight and tell me with a straight face, this guy is a fucking... Dude, Alex Pereira fucking dominates Chimaev. Please, bro. Get a fucking grip, dude. I think Chimaev, I think he would like Jailton Almeida most of these guys at 205. I think he would beat more of the 205 top 15 than Dricus or Strickland or, any of these other guys. I just think that Chimaev is so technically good, especially early on. And he's so quick that he doesn't even really need to use a lot of muscle. A lot of it is actually technique. So maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm glazing. I think Chimaev would do the best at 205 out of everybody in the top 5 of that division. All right, man. 2 left to talk about. We got to talk about who from 205 would do the best moving up to heavyweight. Genuinely anyone that's good, bro. Like, anyone that's good in that division, I feel like they could instantly be ranked top 10 at heavyweight. Borderline ranked top 5. Like, it's such a shallow time in the division. It's almost depressing how shit heavyweight is. But if I had to pick one person, I would confidently say, yeah, this guy could be heavyweight champion if he moved up. I think fucking Big Ank could do some shit at heavyweight, bro. I think Big Ank, just skill for skill, is better than everyone at heavyweight except maybe like Tom Aspinall. And even then, Tom Aspinall's not really that proven. I know that's immediate cancellation on MMA YouTube. I'm not just huffing fucking Tom Aspinall nuts, bro. But dude, Tom Aspinall, let's be real. He's going 2 minutes every fight. It's just 1-2, dart around on the outside, get a takedown, blob takedown if they fucking do anything on the feet. I don't think you can actually say Tom Aspinall is more skillful than Magomed Ankalaev. It's not proven. We don't know. He's better at finishing people, but he's fighting worse fucking opponents. Not like marginally worse. Well, some of them are marginally worse. Like Sergey Spivak is in this guy's top 5 fucking wins, dude. And people with a straight, dude, who does that to Spivak, dude? Dude, oh my fucking god, man. Dude, oh my god, man. You know what I mean? March Tybura, holy fuck, dude, March Tybura. Right? I think Magomed Ankalaev would be the most skillful guy at heavyweight if he moved up and Jones was retired, dude. Like, Big Ank at heavyweight, I'm trusting him to get the belt, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I think he would be the toughest fight for a Tom Aspinall moving up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. And I feel like that's probably the only thing that you can do with Ankalaev if he beats Pereira and Yuri, is instead of like this division being, oh my god, we got UFC 247, Ankalaev versus fucking Olberg, which no one cares about. I think, honestly, if he beats Pereira in a rematch and maybe if he beats Yuri, send him up against Aspinall. Let's see if he can beat Aspinall, because I think he would have the best chance out of everyone at heavyweight. I'm not picking Gane. I'm not picking Pavlovich. I don't think the UFC gods would let Blades get the trilogy. Otherwise, maybe I'd pick my GOAT to beat Aspinall. Nah, come on, dude. I'm not picking... Come on, dude. You know? I think Ankalaev has the best chance against Aspinall in the UFC, except for John Jones. So I'm going to say Ankalaev is my pick at light heavyweight. Probably not that controversial, but, you know, it is what it is, dude. The last one to talk about, heavyweight division. Now, you may be saying, Bedtime, there's no division above heavyweight. What, dude, what's the pick? I think Jailton Almeida could move down to 205 and become champ. I think Jailton Almeida could move down to 205 and do well. I think out of everybody in that top 15 at heavyweight, first of all, he's the only one that's like not morbidly obese, except for Aspinall and fucking Blades and Pavlovich. Even then, you know, those guys are kind of on the chunky side. I think Jailton Almeida could make 205 if he really locked in. That's number one. I think skill-wise, he's one of the best. Like, he's actually so underrated right now, man. People, and I fell into this as well. We all wanted to see this guy get absolutely fucking slept when we saw him fight Derek Lewis, because it was one of the worst main events of the year. It was a short notice thing. It's Derek Lewis. You're supposed to fucking destroy Derek Lewis if you're good at fighting, unless he flukes you with a KO or some shit. And instead, Jailton Almeida just did 25 minutes of like, it almost felt like sexual what he was doing. Like, bro, he was like laying on top, like pinning down Derek Lewis's arms, just staring into his eye. It felt like diddly, bro. Like, it felt, dude, that's the type of fight that people come over and you're like, Drew, trust me, bro, UFC's sick. And that's the main event that you get. But regardless of that, outside of that fight, he's finishing fucking everybody. And I think Jailton Almeida, skill-wise, frame-wise, you know, weight-wise, he has the best chance of moving down to 205 out of that heavyweight division. These are my picks for the UFC fighters that I think have the best chance moving up in their division. Very quickly, I will give you my predictions for this weekend's fights as well, because I'm not dropping a video on this. I'm not trying to kill my channel. I think that Rayon Dos Santos is going to win by decision. I think Balaji Oki is going to win by TKO. I think Gustafsson is going to sleep Trevin Giles. Now, I don't know if this guy's actually good, this Gustafsson kid, but he dropped a video, he dropped like a tweet of being like, his game plan is to go full retard. So I fuck with that heavily. And yeah, I think Giles is chinny. I think Giles will piece this guy up and then get fucking sent to the Shadow Realm by Andreas Gustafsson, like late round 1, early round 2. That's the Giles formula, dude. Win the first round dominantly, look like fucking prime Dustin Poirier, get chinned out cold. That's what happens, dude. As soon as this guy starts winning, he turns into like the second the judges register that 10-9 scorecard, bro turns into fucking Phil Hawes, dude. Like, straight up, man. I'm gonna pick Andreas Gustafsson by like round 2 TKO. Okay. Kurt Holloway versus Jordan Levitt. I will be picking Jordan Levitt by TKO. I think Jordan Levitt is zesty as fuck. That's number one. I think that Kurt Holloway, he has like well-rounded skills. Like, he has good grappling, but Jordan Levitt does have decent submissions as well. Like, Jordan Levitt, I trust his jiu-jitsu. He was doing well scrambling against Chase Hooper. You know, I believe he took down Paddy Pimblett when they fought each other as well. And I think that Jordan Levitt's just younger, a lot less miles on the fucking dash or whatever. And I think that he's going to be able to have a little bit of like a strength and physicality advantage in this matchup. And I think Jordan Levitt, his striking is fucking dog shit, but he will mix up the grappling. I think he's going to be able to manhandle Kurt Holloway a little bit. I think he's going to win by like ground and pound TKO or by like decision. I'm going to say Jordan Levitt wins by decision, but he does get weird finishes. Like, he's weirdly good at finishing people. Pause. So I'm going to say that Jordan Levitt wins that fight, dude. Next up, we got Jaffel Filho versus Alan Nascimento. I thought Filho was like a young prospect, but this guy's fucking 32 years old. I'm going to pick Alan Nascimento by decision, dude. I'm going to say Nascimento does win the Brazilian old head submission machine matchup. I'm going to say Nascimento wins by decision. I don't think he submits Jaffel Filho. He's pretty good. He's a pretty nasty grappler. We all saw that fight against Muhammad Makayev, and I think he's coming off a submission win at the moment as well. So I'm going to say Nascimento wins this fight by decision, but it's a close matchup. Like, it could go either way. All right, man? Zachary Reese, he's gonna fucking dude, Dusko Todorovic. This is a egghead WrestleMania matchup right here, dude. These are two bona fide, like you rub the top of their head, it's like squeaky, it's shining, it's shimmering. I think Zachary Reese has more power than Dusko Todorovic. I think he has a slightly better chin, and he has more power. And Dusko Todorovic has been in the UFC getting chinned in the Apex for like 3 years straight. So I'm going to say Zachary Reese does escape the Apex confinement. I think he's going to KO Todorovic in the first round. All right, man. Macy Chasson versus Ketlin Vieira. Pretty decent matchup. I'm going to say Macy Chasson wins this fight by decision. She's actually pretty good, dude. I know that I used to call her Michael Chiesa or whatever, like female Michael Chiesa, but she's actually decent. Like I think she's more well-rounded than Ketlin Vieira. I think that she doesn't have a power advantage, but she has no cardio advantage. I think she's got that Brendan, like she kind of reminds me of like Brendan Allen. She's like a Brenda Allen type build, dude. She's low-key got hands. Like she looks like she's dog shit at striking, but she low-key pieces people up. And I think that she's going to randomly like outstrike Ketlin Vieira, maybe get rocked a couple of times. But I think when they grapple, Macy Chasson's going to have a little bit of a size and skill advantage in the grappling. I think Ketlin Vieira's biggest weapon is her power and her boxing. But Macy Chasson, I would say she's more well-rounded. She's going to push a higher pace. And she's on a decent run. So I'm going to say Macy Chasson wins that fight by decision. Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. I'm going to be picking Dustin Jacoby by KO. I think he's pretty fucking underrated at light heavyweight. He's on a good little run right now. I'm going to say Jacoby wins that by TKO. All right, man. Billy Ray Goff versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I'm going to pick Billy Goff by decision. I think Billy Goff's pretty good. He's got nice boxing. He goes to the body really well. I really enjoy watching him fight. Ramiz Brahimaj, he does have good power, but he's beating complete jobbers at welterweight. Like, Brahimaj, he wins one, loses one. He's coming off a win over Mickey Gall, who has like a WMMA record. So I'm going to say that is a sign to me that Billy Ray Goff wins this fight by decision. I think he's going to outbox Brahimaj, maybe get taken down here or there, but I think he's going to be able to push the pace and win round 2 and 3 with the boxing. Rip into the body, nice hooks. Maybe he gets a TKO, but I'm going to say Goff wins that fight. All right, dude. Co-main event, my GOAT, Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. I will be picking Mateusz Gamrot by decision. I think that Gamrot will get dropped at some point. I definitely think that Klein's going to like flatten him out. Like I can see Klein throwing a knee up the middle and Gamrot kind of goes down and Klein jumps on him to try and get the finish. But I think in round 2 and 3, the momentum's going to come back to Mateusz Gamrot because Gamrot is really good at making people miss and kind of feinting you out and then landing this like 1-2 down the middle. Like he dropped Dan Hooker. He got robbed against Dan Hooker. That's number one. This motherfucker got robbed so badly against Dan Hooker. I'm sorry, dude. Gamrot, at the end of the day, he has underrated power. He has great scrambling and cardio. Doesn't matter what spot you put him in, he will eventually end up on top of you. Pause. And I think that he's probably going to lose the first round. He probably will get dropped at some point. Klein's pretty explosive, but I think Klein will try and grapple him a little bit too much because he does offensively wrestle as well. He's not just a pure striker. He can grapple, but I think that's almost like the way that Klein fights. I think he does use his wrestling to win fights, and people have this conception of him as just like a pure striker or like this KO guy. I think what's going to happen is Klein's going to mix up some wrestling, just, you know, getting kind of overzealous that, oh my God, I dropped Mateusz Gamrot, like, you know, feeling like he's about to beat a top 10 level guy. And I think Gamrot's just going to out-scramble him in round 2 and 3. I think he's going to out-scramble him. I think he's going to get on Klein's back, knee the thigh, work him up against the fence, maybe get some trips, put him on his back, you know, attempt some submissions, some elbows from half guard. I think it's going to be a close fight, but yeah, I think Gamrot's going to win a 29-28 scammer decision. Klein drops him early on, gets a bit overzealous, tries to take him down, you know, mixes in the clinch, mixes in the grappling a little bit too long, gives Gamrot a chance to kind of scramble, recover, and push the pace and win round 2 and 3. So I'm going to say classic Gamrot, people cry robbery decision. That's my pick for the co-main event. Blanchfield versus Barber. Genuinely, I might flip a coin, bro. Like, I genuinely don't know. I'm going to say Erin Blanchfield wins this fight, dude. I was very high on her going into the Manon Fiorot fight, and I think me originally thinking Barber was going to win, I kind of was like overreacting to the Fiorot fight because she looked so shit in that matchup. But she did beat Rose Namajunas pretty well. She did look good in that fight. I think that Maycee Barber is like, she's not that good. Like, she's just aggressive and she's just physical, dude. And I think that Erin Blanchfield actually is good. So I'm going to say Erin Blanchfield wins by... I'm going to say Blanchfield wins by submission, dude. I'm going to say Blanchfield actually has a really good performance in this fight. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't actually care about my results on this one. Do not tail these unless they are correct. Then tail them and call me a genius. If they're not correct, come on, guys. It's just picks, dude. It's just predictions at the end of the day, guys. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm going to go with Blanchfield by submission, man. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And make sure you guys stay tuned next week for UFC 316 Fight Week. I've got the bingo card. I got predictions coming. I got a tier list in the works. I got some cool shit coming, man. So I'll see you guys in the next week's videos. Have a good one, boys. Enjoy the fights. Goodbye.